Yeah, today is battery day. We're going to install the box. Okay, so let me turn this on real quick so you can see. We got our box and we have it all lined up with the Mountainboard. I do have it set a little bit farther back because my back foot tends to lay pretty perpendicular to the board, but my front one tends to kick out at an angle. So I wanted more space on this side. I already went ahead and drilled this out. The box just comes with two holes, or two spots where it seemed like a good place for a hole. This part was so easy, I just didn't even bother filming it. So now that we have that, I'm gonna get these hex screws here. I don't know which one I'm gonna put them in, top or bottom, but just go all the way through like that. Just I'm using these cap screws here, and I think size is just going to depend on which box you're using and how thick your board is. So I'll show you how that's going to go together. Oh Lord. Okay, a little change of plans. Decided to go with some carriage bolts that I had. They're already black, so they'll look good. And the way I was doing them is pretty simple. Yeah, let me show you. So putting a washer down first and putting the screw in from underneath means that I can crank down the nut with the wrench and set the square head of the carriage bolt into the wood, and then they just stay there so I don't have to do anything. Alright, looking like this. So you just tighten this down. Yep, okay. Possibly trying to get that washer out. Man, there's stuff in there. Okay, yeah, we just take the washer out, and now that's embedded in, and I'll show you how it is. And now they're permanently be part of the board. And I could easily just set the box on top of them. There we go. Alright, so we got some nylon washers, or nylon nuts in there. Something that won't back out with vibration. And now this thing is literally part of the board. And the bottom's flush. So if I do hit something, it's not going to snag on a bolt. Or try to take like some grass with it or something. So now I'll have to work on how my speed controller is going to install. There we go. Alright, so we got some nylon washers, or nylon nuts in there. Something that won't back out with vibration. And now this thing is literally part of the board. And the bottom's flush. So if I do hit something, it's not going to snag on a bolt. Or try to take like some grass with it or something. So now I'll have to work on how my speed controller is going to install. Okay, it took me a while, but I finally figured it out. So this was an old lid I had laying around. This is a lid from a ABS box. But the cool thing about this one is you can see it has like recesses where you would normally bolt this thing on. But if it's mounted flat at the bottom of the board, like so, it acts like a flush mount. So I've already installed the speed controller just because I was busy and didn't remember to film it. So we have XT60 here. I've got power switch. Power switch is on here, and I have the speed controller with some pre-drilled holes. And I got them going out to these plugs, which I want to remember the name of. I do not remember what these are called. I don't remember what these are called. So, there's just a 3-prong kind of like XT60 plug. And the way this is going to work, being like this, is I'm just using this because it is a I'm just using this one because I had it laying around. So back to the board. The way this is going to work is taking this whole thing and flipping it, and you can see I've already drilled a hole through here. That hole goes into the box all the way out the bottom, so that way I can have a cable come through, plug into there, have this lay flush over the hole, covering it, and then still have extra wire, or have enough length to run the plugs. So, yeah, that's about as easy as that's going to be. Now I need to get this installed. First I need to make a cable to run from the battery through the board out the bottom into this enclosure. And I need to get this set up where it's going to be, and then I can plug everything in and finally program the ESC. So our next thing is I finished making one of these, just like a short extension. My battery pack, unlike normal lithium packs, has a female end, so I'm putting a male and male end. Just stick that through the hole, plug it in, and I should be able to run power from the battery through the board, out the bottom, into the control box, and then out to the motors. That's the plan. I already drilled a couple holes there, so I already know where center is on this, so I can just mount the board up. But I'm not going to put it on yet, because I do still have to program the ESC. I do not know how to do that correctly, so that's going to be some trial and error, but I'll get back to you when I show you how that works. Success. Okay, so battery's fully installed in there. Cable stays out of the way enough. Pull from behind. There you go. Like that. It's plugged in. Look at that. It turns on. Pew. It's gone. Alright, so now all I gotta do is program it. Which also means learning how to do that first. Okay, I think I might have figured something out, so... Okay, trying to run detection now. Hopefully this works. Alright, so if you check it out there, it's got the specs for the setup. And I'll be damned. Yep, everything's about perfectly equal almost between those. So, alright, I'll let you know what's up when I get to it. Oh shit, things happening. It's making progress. It's yeah. It's still figuring out the motors. But it took me a better part of an hour to figure out how to do this. Unfortunately, the app is really confusing. Because it'll figure everything out, and you'll go to change your general settings, and then you'll accidentally hit the wrong fucking button on the sidebar over here, and then all of a sudden everything is reset again and you have to start over. This has been one of the worst experiences installing an ESC I've ever had, but I will admit that it is because I know nothing about the VESC program or how to run it. I finally figured out what my problem was. Something is probably wrong with the BEC connector in there. So I had to hook the controller up through UART. And that seems to work. Now that it's working, I ended up buying these a while ago. Bought some replacement motor mount screws, so I'm just going to install those just like I put it together the first time. And first test tomorrow. That'll probably be on the next video. That test is going to be very sketchy. So hopefully this works. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. I hope I don't die testing this thing in the next one, so stay tuned for that.